Greetings, great people, or great Abyssinian people. This is a very interesting and informative interview between Muta and Abu Bakr from Trinidad. It's him to take over the government of Trinidad in 1990 after him accused some big government guys of being involved in the murder of a police woman who catch some of them with a whole heap of drugs. So him take over the government and arrest all of them. Abu is also a Muslim. His integrity, maybe even in life, was preserved because of the woman who he married to. And based on what him said, she surely must have been a powerhouse in her own right. Now, Louis Farrakhan keep the 19th anniversary of the Million Man March in Jamaica in October, which is the same month Abu Bakr born. Farrakhan is also a Muslim. He is a radical speaker and him come from America. So, both of them buck up in Jamaica. Some say it's coincidence, some say it's planned. But anyway, Farrakhan the pan film program and Abu say him the pan film program. Separate program. Now, the government of Jamaica decides say them not let in Abu Bakr because him is a threat to national security. So, them send him back to Trinidad. But it cost them $4 million. So, him going to tell Muta how this whole episode go and why it costs so much money if you send him back. Listen to all of this thing here. And when you're done, you must agree, say, we need some man like him in a Jamaica right now. Hear this.
We have the controversial thing you have to deal with that, so now we're going to deal with it right now. So, sir, I tell you.
At what point he became aware that this gentleman was about to come to Jamaica? Was he traveling here on the invitation of the organizers of the $1 million? Well, it's really $1 million. It's $4 million.
No. Sorry, just say it. No, wait.
At one point, he became aware that this gentleman was about to come to Jamaica. Was he traveling here on the invitation of the organizers of the $1 million? Well, it's really $1 million. It's $4 million.
All right, the arrogance of politicians. All the people in there correct him, you know. They might try to bring it off now. All the people. Anyway, that is a good laugh. We're going to where we are going to deal with this now. Abu Bakr has been creating waves in Jamaica. I don't know if you know that. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my dear brother.
Muta Baruka.
Muta, how are you?
I am blessed. And I hope you are blessed too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you speak a little louder, please?
Yes, I am saying I'm blessed, and I hope you are blessed too.
Yes, I am. How are you?
I am okay.
Good.
You know that you are creating a lot of problems in Jamaica and you're not here.
Yes.
You know that you have been creating a revolution in Jamaica and you're not here. It's almost like you have created a coup in Jamaica and you're not here.
Well, I don't know that, but I do not know you, but I know of you.
Okay.
Because I saw an interview with the Minister Farrakhan, and you made me laugh when you said Farrakhan skied. You remember that interview?
Farrakhan speed.
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember. I've done so much interview with him.
Well, that is one of your better interviews. Now, before we begin, Brother Muta.
Yes.
I want to make sure we're on the same page, yes?
Yes.
Now, if we are to agree on distance, we first have to agree that 12 inches is a foot. When we agree that 12 inches is a foot, then we could agree on distance.
Okay.
So let me see if I can get your agreement. I am your brother that came on the slave ship with you.
Yes.
You are not an infidel.
No.
You are my brother that came on the ship with me. You saved my life and I saved your life. You were not concerned whether I was from Jamaica or from Trinidad. You know that when the wave bashed you on that side, you had to block me, or else the shark would eat me.
Yeah.
And I know when the wave bashed me on the next side, I had to save you, or else the shark would eat me. So it was survival. And we survived.
Yes.
You survived,
and I
have survived.
Yes.
Who didn't survive? The shark ate them, and then the bottom of the sea.
Yes.
So if we agree on that you are not an infidel, you are my brother who came on the slave ship with me. You saved my life, and I saved your life, and it had nothing to do whether you were from Jamaica, what tribe you were from. It had to do that you and I
are
were
African
on the same
people,
ship, and we needed to survive.
Yes, I agree with you.
Right back in that position now where Africans need to survive.
I agree with you, sir. I agree with you.
Okay.
Okay. So, in agreeing with you now on the infidel thing, I want to recognize that you are a Muslim, but you are saying that you don't accept the idea of infidels.
Yes, I do not subscribe to the fact that you are an infidel.
You reject that term.
Who came with me on the ship.
So you are rejecting that term that most Muslims use to describe people who are not Muslims.
Wrong.
It's wrong.
I say they are wrong.
Okay. All right. So we are on the same. So far, we have been going on the same ship.
Right.
I hope by the interview done, we are still on the same ship.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I want to give the people of Jamaica a little synopsis of why is it that you are so recognized as terrible in Trinidad, not in the world, but in Trinidad. Why is it that...
Why I am what?
Why is it that you are seen as a terrible person and a person who tried to overthrow the government in Trinidad?
Well, you see, they have the people who inherited the power from the colonial master. And they still think that I am a slave. But I am a free man. And if you try to enslave me, I will resist slavery because I am a free man. And I was very disappointed with your government.
No, the government of Jamaica, not my government, the government of Jamaica.
Okay. Yes. Because they said that if I would be allowed into Jamaica, I would radicalize the Jamaican people.
All right, hold on.
I became a clear and present danger to the Minister of... this is what the Minister of National Security, your minister said.
No,
I would radicalize the Jamaican people.
But we don't reach at Jamaica what the Jamaicans did. I'm trying to find out, what is it that is in what you did in Trinidad that caused all of these things to appear on your record? I think. What is it that they say you did in Trinidad?
So I was a police officer for 10 years.
Yes.
From 17 till 27. And I was at my home, and a policewoman came to me and told me that two senior cabinet ministers, the Attorney General and the Minister of National Security, the advisor to the Minister of National Security, and also the one of the captains in the army, in the military army, was found. She was working at the airport in the narcotics section, and she went into the VIP room and saw them with a large amount of cocaine. This woman, police officer. She then tried to address the situation to the Commissioner of Police. He was afraid because his boss is the Minister of National Security, and she tried all how she can to address this matter until finally they transferred her from the airport where this cocaine reportedly came in. Sometime after that, she came to me and informed me about this situation with her mother and her husband, and told me that the same people are going to kill her. I told her I don't believe that. They said, Mr. Abu Bakr, you're the only person who talk for African people, and we want you to know that this girl is afraid for her life. I said, well, I don't know what we can do. Nothing has happened. And at this point, I could hardly do anything about that. You're talking about the ministers of government, the present ministers, National Security, Attorney General, the advisor to the Minister of National Security, and a high-ranking military officer. There's nothing I could do. She said, they are going to kill me, Mr. Bakr. I said, well, I know I cannot predict the future. So let us wait and see, how this thing can pan out. 4 days later, they created a mock battle. And they, in a bus, while she was in a bus with several other people in the bus, a young police officer took out his firearm and shot her in the head and killed her. In the bus, full of other people. He comes and sits behind her, takes out this 9mm and blow this young lady head off her body. And then I was devastated. I do not know what to do. About 3 weeks, I could not sleep. And then my wife told me, when I married you, you were a man who was fearless. And now you are afraid of these people because they are government ministers. And you see that a black woman is being murdered and you are afraid to challenge them. I said, okay. So on the Friday, we went to the public square and we had a meeting. And I explained to the population what had happened, that this woman had come to me and told me what has happened, and then all hell broke loose. They unleashed the state machinery on my good self and my organization. We could not pray on Fridays. They would disturb the prayer every Friday, mash up everything. We had a lot of outreach centers where we were talking to people, we were helping the community, we were working in the community. I was working at that time with an umbrella organization of UNESCO, so we brought a lot of medicines into the country, we brought doctors in the country, and we were doing outreach programs. At that time, we were trying to establish a relationship with the poor and the oppressed in the communities. And we became very successful because governments don't care about the poor and the oppressed. Not the governments that I know in the Caribbean. Finally, after a lot of confrontation, one morning, the government sent the police and the army to occupy our headquarters. The army just came and they occupied the western side of our headquarters, and the police came and organized the eastern side of the organization, and they put down a camp. Now, my brother Baruka, I am a believer in education, and we have a preschool, a primary school, and a secondary school. I am the only man in Trinidad, my organization, that looks after the Jamaican children, the Guyanese children, the Grenadian children, the Vincentian children, because they come to Trinidad to etch out a living, to try to get a better living, and for their families, and their children are not allowed to go to school, to the public school, because they do not have right papers to settle. And that is madness in what we call CARICOM. That is not CARICOM. That cannot be CARICOM. How can CARICOM neighbors come to Trinidad to try to etch out a living, and the children cannot go to school. So I have them in my schools. Send someone to Trinidad and you will see I have all these foreign in my school with no pay, because these people are trying to etch out a living, so I do not charge them for this education. And for that, the government of Trinidad and Tobago has never given me one single dime for my children to pay my teachers for those children. Not a dime have they given me. But I managed, with God's help, I managed to keep this school going up to this very day. And we have been very, very successful in our schools in looking after the Guyanese, Grenadians, the Jamaicans, and the Vincentian children. Send somebody to call somebody in Trinidad, call a radio station and ask them, is this true or not? Call, and they will tell you that is true. For that, I have become public enemy. Now back to this thing. After they occupied my headquarters, we went to the court, and I can send you those documents, and the court told them they had no right to occupy my headquarters, and they should leave. They refused. They refused to leave. Then they appealed the matter, and we went to the appeal court, Justice Crane, and then Justice Crane told them he gave them 7 days to leave. 7 days to leave this place, because they were unlawfully occupying our headquarters. They did not leave. I went to the Chief Justice, who was a friend of mine. We were young together, and at that time we had a little party and thing together. I went to him and I told him, he said, the government must obey the rule of law. So bring a contempt charge against them, or else that is anarchy. If a government do not obey the rule of law, that is anarchy. So we brought a contempt charge against the government. The government decided that charge will not be heard, so every time we go to court, the matter is put off. These police and the army, they began to disrespect our women, and they disrespect our children. We made several complaints for about 2 years. That year, my children had the worst results, because my children always star. Our children in our schools are always star in the education system. That year, we did very, very, very bad. Very bad, because the army was walking through the school, the police was walking through they were disrespecting our women. We complained to the army officials, we complained to the police officials. All they did was change it and put a different crew, but the same attitude continued. My dear brother Baruka, I prepared myself to defend myself and my community, and I arrested the perpetrators of the murder of this woman. I arrested them. I went to the parliament and I arrested them.
Wait, hold on. You said that you went to the parliament and arrested the persons who you alleged killed and was dealing in cocaine. These ministers.
Yes, and who killed who murdered the girl? Yes,
you went to parliament and arrest them.
Yes.
All right, we're going to come back. Don't hold on. I don't want you to leave that. The parliament, you're into parliament now, where you're going to arrest some ministers of government.
Yes.
All right, but get something straight here now. You said you and your group went down to the parliament to arrest who? Who did you go to arrest?
The perpetrators of the murder of the young woman, who were, I told you, the Attorney General, the Minister of National Security, the advisor to the Minister of National Security, and opposite to the Parliament is where the army officer was stationed.
So you went to arrest all of those people?
Yes, but I should tell you that the 1 week before that, there was a plan, just like the one they planned when they murdered the sister. There was a plan to attack us the Saturday on the weekend and to destroy our whole compound, which they eventually did after we were put in prison. So we found out by our intelligence, the same intelligence that we had, the same police that we had, they were coming to destroy the compound, and that they were going to destroy us because they know we were going to put up a resistance. instance.
All right. So make
this is the week before.
Yeah, all right. You said no. You went to Parliament to arrest these people. What happened after?
They were, yes, and they were arrested.
Oh, you arrest them?
Yes.
So where you carry them?
They pleaded guilty.
No,
because we had all the evidence.
Hold on. Let me get something cleared. Where them plead guilty?
In the Parliament.
So you surround the Parliament?
Yeah, we occupy the Parliament.
Oh, you occupy the Parliament and then you ask. It's like you're trying them. You are putting them on trial.
Yes.
And then they said what they admit to. What did they admit to?
Well, the other members of the government said they never had any knowledge of that. But the people who committed the atrocities, they pleaded guilty, and they said this does not have to end in bloodshed. We have a way out and a solution to this problem.
Yes. So what was the solution?
And then they went and they got in their law books, they had Alexander Hamilton was a great jurists from America, and during the Civil War, when the Civil War ended, they wanted to give back to the South, the crackers in the South who lost the Civil War, all the properties that they had seized by the North.
Right.
And then Alexander Hamilton, the great jurist, American jurist, he made something called an amnesty, where they would be freed from all the acts that they committed because they're now going to be the United States of America.
Yes.
So Alexander Hamilton, the great jurist from America, he made an amnesty that gave a waiver of prosecution from them.
Amnesty. They got the amnesty. Oh, it's like the truth.
Yes.
It's like the truth and
the Trinidad government had copied that and had that in their books. We did not know that.
Yes.
Right. So they said, look here, this thing can come to an end without any bloodshed. We will give you an amnesty, and then we want to know what you want now in return. We said in return, we want new election in 90 days. In 90 days, we wanted to have a new election, and we will appoint one of you, which we did, to be the interim Prime Minister, Mr. Dukaran. We appointed someone from the same government to be the interim Prime Minister until elections were held in 90 days. Yes. They agreed to that.
Okay. So how did you end up now in jail? In prison?
Well, they agreed to that, and then they made this broadcast because, well, you know, for about 3 or 4 days, shooting started. The military, the entire military, the entire police came shooting at us. I was in the television station because I was making the broadcast. I said the government has been overthrown, and you know, what happened to the people, and, you know, everything. It was so for about 4 or 5 days, we had this shooting back and forward and against the army and the police and shooting, until finally on the 4th day they went to the president, and the president signed the amnesty, saying that they will give us the amnesty, and then the shooting stopped, and they said we will be let out and we will go back to our place, and then they will have elections in 90 days, and that will resolve the conflict. So we agreed to that. And when we came up, but they broadcast to the BBC the amnesty and what it said. They broadcast that to the British Broadcasting Corporation. So when we came out of jail, they said there was no amnesty, and they took all the papers that we had, about 8 different documents. They took them away. One of the documents got away, and 4 days after that, my wife and she got the document, one of the documents that got away, right? It's the next story how that happened, but we got the document. So when we presented the document in court, they arrested us when we came out, put us in jail, and when we found 4 days later that there was the copy of this amnesty and signed by the president, then we went to court claiming this amnesty, and kept us in jail for 2 years. 2 years they kept us in jail, until finally the matter went to the Privy Council in England, and the Privy Council said that they were going to set us free, and we were set free the next day after that. The Privy Council say there was an amnesty. They know it was broadcast to the BBC, and they had a copy of the amnesty, and the Privy Council set us free after the 2 years in prison. And that is how we became free again.
Oh, so after 2 years, you were set free without any charges laid on your head?
No charges.
All right.
No charges.
So,
but during that time,
yes,
they destroyed everything that we had.
Yes.
They destroyed the garment factory, the boutique, the supermarket.
Yes.
They destroyed the library. They destroyed the...
I saw them. I've been there and see them. I've been there and see them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they destroy everything.
All right, make I ask you a question. This is just by the way. Have you ever heard of Sam Sharp?
Who?
Sam Sharp. Have you ever heard of Sam Sharp?
No, sir. No,
all right,
sir.
Sam Sharp is one of Jamaica's national heroes.
Okay.
So
I know Marcus Garvey.
No. Sam Sharp. I'm just making a...
Right, Sam Sharp. Yes.
When the interview done, you can go and check him out. But, all right, we could get back to the interview here now. All right, so now, did Farrakhan invite you to come to Jamaica?
No, sir.
No.
On my declaration ship, I said that I was going to visit my daughter. She is a doctor in Kingston Public Hospital.
Yes.
So on Saturday I was 73 years old. So my sons told me, why don't you go and spend, your birthday with your daughter? And I came with my son, who is an attorney at law, and my wife, the mother of my daughter, who is the doctor in Jamaica. When we came off the plane, they said we will not...
No, wait, I don't reach there so yet. All right.
Right.
Why is it, did you know that Farrakhan would be in Jamaica?
At that time?
Yes.
No, I found out after. As a matter of fact, I found out the same day that Farrakhan came in.
All right, so you made arrangement to come to Jamaica before you heard that Farrakhan was coming to Jamaica?
Yes.
You serious?
Yes. I was never invited by Farrakhan. You could look at his invitation.
No. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm not saying that you made arrangement to come to Jamaica to visit your family before you heard about Farrakhan being in Jamaica.
Yes. My big son gave me a surprise and bought the tickets for my birthday, birthday surprise party, because Saturday was my birthday. I was 73 years old.
Okay. So
he made the arrangements and everything.
Yeah.
Then he says,
So you wasn't coming here to give no speech on Farrakhan's platform? No.
When I was detained and I was downstairs in the holding bay, the High Commissioner from Trinidad, who came to look after my affairs, told me that she just saw Farrakhan coming in the airport as she was coming. I said, yes. Yes, she said yes. That is when I know that Farrakhan was in Jamaica and there was going to be anything in Jamaica, because she told me, maybe that is why they are holding you. I said, that has nothing to do with me. On my declaration form, it shows that I'm visiting my daughter. Also, my son, who is the attorney, and my wife had visited my daughter before, and there was no problem, right? But it was the first time that I was coming to Jamaica.
But you know that it's because... But you know that one of the reasons why this happened is because Farrakhan was in Jamaica.
No, I don't know that. That is not what I heard the Minister of National Security say.
No, well, listen to me now. They say that they don't want you to come here and go into... at the prison, them say, if you go give no speech to radicalize the people there.
Yeah, that is the word he used, radicalize.
The minister said that. I don't know. Were you intended to go into any of the penal systems there?
No, sir. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You could look at Farrakhan program. I'm sure you would have heard of Farrakhan. Nowhere did. Huh?
Yeah, no Farrakhan never have your party program. I just try to figure out the whole thing. Because we have been hearing a lot of different things, We're trying to get to the top of this thing now. You say...
No.
You are saying non-apologetically to the whole of the world right now is listening that you did not know that Farrakhan would be here until you decide that you would come here.
No, when I was detained in the holding bay, and the High Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago came to see me, she told me that on her way in there, Farrakhan had landed in Jamaica for some anniversary thing on Sunday.
So that's when you
and
know.
Maybe,
that's when you know that Farrakhan would be here, when you was in the holding bay.
Yes. My High Commissioner told me that.
So where did they get this thing that you were coming here under the auspices of the Nation of Islam to radicalize people? Where did they get that from?
I don't know where they get that from. I have no idea where they get that from. But I told you, on my declaration form shows that I was visiting my daughter and I was staying at her home, not even in a hotel. I would imagine Farrakhan guests and they would be staying in a hotel, but I was staying at my daughter's home. It is on my declaration form.
I got the impression that Farrakhan invited you here and you was going to speak on the program on Sunday, and you were going to say things that would how long did you intend to stay in Jamaica, by the way?
4 days.
That means that you'd leave already. If they allow you,
the Monday morning I was scheduled to leave Jamaica. We were just staying for 4 days because my birthday was on Saturday, and of course I would spend a day Sunday with my daughter. My daughter was making preparations for my birthday. Saturday was my birthday, and I would spend Sunday with her, and we would leave on Monday morning.
You know, so sometimes doping our run down people and them get scared. This is a good example of doping our run down nobody and them get scared. So,
but my dear brother Baruka,
wait. You were not pronounced persona non grata at any time by the Jamaican government.
Before that?
Yeah. Were you persona non grata by the Jamaican government? In other words, well, you understand what persona non grata mean? Were you a persona non grata person in Jamaica?
No, I had never been to Jamaica before.
You never been to Jamaica before?
No, I've never been to Jamaica before. I traveled to other Caribbean islands, and I was never sent back home.
You have never been sent back home? You have never been sent back home in any other Caribbean island?
No, and I traveled all over Africa. I was never sent home. I traveled all over the world. I was going to and from in England because my two sons were
teaching. You've been to England too? Wait, hold on there. You've been to England?
Yes, my two sons.
No, but a man like you, wait, hold on, my brethren. A man like you, according to how we are listen to each other, you're not supposed to enter England.
Why, you forget this England set me free. You forget the Privy Council set me free, man.
You radicalize the people there. You can't go to England. Oh, it's England set you free. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, the Privy Council, remember? The
Queen set you free. The Queen set you free.
Yes. The Privy Council in England.
And one of our colonies now said that they're not going to allow you here because you're going to radicalize the people them.
Yes, and put I man back in chain again like the slave ship, put cuff on my man hand and put him on the slave ship again.
Wow. You know, say
Baruka, you have a big task, you know, Baruka, brother.
Eh?
You have a big task. Baruka, I have 8 Jamaicans who work with me.
Yeah.
They're hard-working, they're honest, and all they're concerned with is to take some money and send back to the family in Jamaica, right? And them not stupid. I cannot radicalize them. They're not stupid. So when the Jamaican government say that if I come and talk to the Jamaican people, I would radicalize them, they're insulting the Jamaican people because Jamaican people not stupid. I am a stranger for the first time. I would come for 4 days in Jamaica and radicalize Jamaican people. That is how they think, the government think about the Jamaican people, that they're so stupid, they're so gullible, that a total stranger could just come and radicalize them. Oh, Baruka, makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Makes sense, dear brother. You are an intelligent man. I see some of your video. You are an intelligent man. That don't make no sense, man. Yeah?
Yes. All right. So you were being boisterous in going back. Why you never just go back? So them never want to do first class. That is what you were saying.
No.
You have a food problem.
Listen, that is not a question you ask me there.
Yeah.
If I ask you, Muta, when you will stop beating your wife? That's not a question. You already say you're beating your wife. And I just asking you when you will stop. So that's not a question you asked me about boisterous. I was not boisterous. I was never boisterous. I am a very calm person in my
but Mr. B, if you wasn't boisterous, why them spend $4 million to put you on a private jet? If you wasn't boisterous, why them spend $4 million to put you on a private jet? Them love you, man.
They're Muta.
Them not gonna put you on a private jet.
They took me to the plane, right?
Yes.
And we went through the back entrance.
Yes.
They told me to sit here in the back in the economy class, right?
Yes.
And I have a surgery on my foot. When I went to the Maldives island, I got deep vein thrombosis because I went from here to London to Dubai to Maldives, and I didn't have a chance to stretch my foot on the way to Maldives, so I got deep vein thrombosis. I spent 5 days in the hospital. I showed them the surgery on my foot, and that is why I came first class and have a return ticket first class. I told them, just put me up in the first class and I'm going to go home. They said, all right. They went forward. They talked to and fro, backward and forward, because I was accompanied by 4 people. The captain said that he cannot bump off 4 or 5 people off the plane. If it's just myself, well, then there's just one man, right? But if it is 5 people, he can't bump them off. So
hold on, Mr. B. Hold on, listen to me when I say now. You make me feel funny. You know why I make me feel funny? Because me never hear this yet. Me never hear this.
Look here. But
let me tell you something. Me believe what you say now. Me believe what you said. Trust me. Me believe what you say. You say that you have a bad foot. You have a foot where you just do surgery upon. I
show them that, and they know that. They agree with it. They agree.
So now the captain says that them can bump off some people off for the first class to put you there. So.
No. The captain say if it's one person, it's okay. Yeah. But to bump off 5, because I was accompanied by 5 people, 2 members of the security, 2 immigration people.
Yes.
So that is 4 and myself 5.
So them can't bump off some other people for put them there, and you?
No. And I'm in first class. Remember, I'm in first class.
So it's not because you was boisterous why the captain say you must come off of the plane?
My dear Baruka, I complimented the inspector of police who did the investigation, right? He was very polite, and I want you to congratulate him for me. He was very good in his doing. And also a woman superintendent who came from 5 o'clock with me in the evening until 3 o'clock when I boarded the plane. They were very good people, along with all the other good people I meet, like Bob Marley say, the good people that we meet along the way. They were very, very good people, so there was no need to be boisterous. It's just that when they had to go on the plane, they didn't know that they was going to put me in the back. I didn't know that. So they put this cuff on me to put me in the back seat of the plane. While I have a first class ticket, I say, well, I'm going home, but you have to put me in the first class. I have a first class ticket. And I showed them the injury in the foot. You could look at it and you will see that is what happened. Then one of the officials say, you can't take the man constitutional right away from him. If you have a first class ticket, you have to send him back home first class, because the captain say he's ready to leave, because he has to pick up people who have connecting flights. And then that is the problem. Then they took me off the plane, still in the cuff, and they put me in the holding bay, and everybody disappeared.
So you got a $4 million flight home?
Well, I don't know, Baruka. I don't know how much they pay for the flight. All I know is they put me on the flight with 2 Jamaican Defense Force people and 2 people from the immigration. So that is 4 and myself 5, and I came home.
So 5 of you plus the crew was on that flight home for $4 million.
Yes. Because I don't know how much it costs.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you how much it costs. $4 million.
Right.
Because you have a bad foot. And you have a first class ticket, and you want to go back on first class, and the captain couldn't accommodate that, so you left now to them pay $4 million taxpayers' money to carry you home.
Plenty money. I have plenty money.
Wow. Brethren, I tell you the truth.
My dear brother Muta, I tell you the truth, man. I'm not lighter, brother. I tell you the truth, and that happened. If you ask the people, ask the official, they will tell you, yes, that is exactly what happened. Nothing more, nothing less.
The minister of National Security, Minister Bunting, stand up in the parliament and told us a total different story from what you said.
Well, I heard what he said. I heard he said...
They said you were boisterous.
I heard him say
you was creating problem.
I was going... yeah.
Them say you was creating problem, you was boisterous, and also that they didn't want you to come here, come radicalize the youth them in 4 days.
No, but the youth them in Jamaica not stupid. I'm a complete stranger. They don't know nothing about me.
Them know Farrakhan, them don't know you. I'm only for you to the first time hear about you. I the first time hear about you.
Yeah.
Me know about you because me the day of them time I me hear about that thing there. I me go Trinidad and me see the whole of your little vibes with your place and Muslim vibes and all them thing there. So
but I'm not nice. You mustn't come to Trinidad and then check your bedroom, man. How you go do that, man? You're welcome at my home, man.
No, but no, me will come check you. No, me will come check you.
Anytime. You're welcome anytime.
So me want to know if when
you're welcome
look
anytime.
Look here. I hope when me come, it's like how this a go all over the world now. I hope when me decide me come at Trinidad, you will hear them say persona non grata. Well, it no matter if them send me back on a $4 million plate. Why?
Well, I don't know. But I could tell you this, right?
Yeah.
Where? Yeah. I could tell you this. She want me come in here? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let me tell you this, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in Trinidad know who I am.
Yes.
I don't stand nonsense, right?
Yes.
If you look on the press conference that I came when I go back, I was defending Jamaica people because the Minister of National Security in Trinidad said that the Jamaican people are sucking the economy in Trinidad. He lied. Now I told him that he lied because it is the Chinese that is sucking the economy. The Chinese have all the businesses, all they take up the whole of Shallow Street. Everywhere you go is a Chinese supermarket. Everywhere you go is a Chinese restaurant. And these Chinese are just as illegal as the Jamaicans who are in Trinidad. But this is CARICOM. The same thing I tell you. How you will have a man come from Jamaica in Trinidad in CARICOM and the child can't go to school. So you have to come in my school. How you go to a child from Guyana, from St. Vincent, and they can't go to school because they don't have national papers? What the hell is that, Baruka? What kind of thing is that? And that's what they're calling CARICOM? Come on, Baruka.
I
speak out against that. I speak out against that. And you could look, yesterday the Minister of National Security said, Abu Bakr must get off my back. Why Abu Bakr don't get off my back? No. You see, everybody must frame them. You understand?
Yes.
And Bakr, it only have two things like truth and falsehood. I trying to stay on the side with truth. I go dead like anybody else. I must die, right?
Yes.
But when I die, I go die a man, and I go die a free man. Never enslave again. Never enslave again.
Yes, sir. Right,
I'm a free man, and I go die a free man.
All right.
And I know that I come on the middle passage, and if I survive that, I could survive anything, Muta.
I will ask you one more question. What did the why did they say that they're not allowing you into Jamaica? We're going to ask you again.
In Jamaica?
Yeah, we'll ask you again. I know we asked it. Why did they say that they're not allowing you in Jamaica? What did they tell you? You, not Jamaica. What did they tell you?
They said that I would radicalize the Jamaican people, so I was a clear threat of
national security.
Present danger to the national security. That's what they said. That's what they told me.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've never been in Jamaica before. I've never said anything about the Jamaican government before. The only people I know who is in public is your good self from looking at the internet. I don't know anybody else in Jamaica besides my daughter who is a doctor.
Yes.
I don't know nobody else. My daughter was laughing yesterday. She said, so if I marry a Jamaican man and you can't come to the wedding then? And she just laughed.
All right, so we want to give thanks, Abu, give thanks.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, Muta. Yeah?
You clear up a lot of things for me. Yeah.
Remember, the infidel have nothing to do with you and I. You're not an infidel. You come on the slave ship with me. You're my brethren.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? You was my brother, and me and you was on the same slave ship.
I agree with you.
You was your forefather, and I is my forefather. Yes,
I am my ancestor. I am my ancestor.
And I agree with you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, you was watching it, man. You was watching it. You was watching it on the internet, man.
Yes, and I was watching the interview.
I am my forefather. Yes.
Yeah.
Give thanks, Bridget. Give thanks.
It was a pleasure talking to you, Muta. Real pleasure,
yeah, give thanks. Wow, may I tell you, what a revelation in Jamaica this day, yeah. O'Neill, may I tell you, man, what a revelation in Jamaica, yeah.
At what point he became aware that this gentleman was about to come to Jamaica. Was he traveling here on the invitation of the organizers of the $1 million? Well, it's really $1 million. It's $4 million.
Well, I hate that. No, sensible people would agree. Say, if what Mr. Bakr say is true, him do the right thing when he take over the government. But right now, the sensibility of Jamaicans in general can be brought into question because domesticated people like Portia and Bunting, who is empowered and backed up by the slave masters' children, them are gonna now get used as the litmus test for Jamaicans, when in reality, them they represent the thoughts of the majority. They do not. In 1980, a man from Trinidad said to me, how you can vote for a white man for lead Jamaica? I say I got them a talk about. Me never even vote. Me never even dip on the island when voting a go on. However, me still get blamed for voting in the only white man for run a country in the Caribbean. So officially, history as written by those educated by white people alone, it a record say Jamaicans deported Mr. Bakr, when in truth it was really a few in the Jamaican government who the slave master have under them control, using various threats like bad press, visa cancellation, sanction, and even invasion. Is them who is really the culprit, and not the people who are get the blame for the bad treatment Mr. Bakr received in Jamaica. You remember the movie Rockers? Horsemouth and him friend take over the club where play pure uptown music and them start play pure downtown music. You know what that mean? It means it's time for you to take over in Jamaica. A share. Take